think it gets more steady than that, boys. LS truck injectors work great. Done chipping this ECU. Me and my buddy chipped his ECU for his Honda because he lost his other computer, so we had to chip the computer here, and we're gonna be tuning this thing. It hasn't ran in like a year. It's kind of just been sitting around. He's been busy with some other stuff, so today we figured let's break it out of the cobwebs and let's hit some boost. Gotta fill the tires up. They tend to lose air after a year. Just a grocery getter, 4-door sedan with a built D16. I think this is like the third motor that's been in this car, or fourth. It's had a lot of rod bearing failures and whatnot, but it's been pretty good lately. We switched to a Z6 crank on this because the Y series cranks absolutely suck. They don't have sufficient oiling for high RPM, but the Z6 crank seems to work very well. Just an eBay kit with some unknown diesel turbo. I have no idea what it is. It's got a comp 59500 camshaft, precision 880 cc injectors, which completely suck. They might be clogged up or something, but this thing can't really cruise that well. So we might be switching them out for some LS truck injectors. That would be cool. Other than that, it's pretty much just basic setup. This thing's also been super notorious for having a lot of head gasket failures. Mainly because when we were tuning this thing a few years ago, I didn't know a whole lot about single cams, and single cams do not like ignition timing at all. It's better to run 2 degrees of ignition timing than 10. Like I said, they are really picky with ignition, so the more ignition you put in it, the faster the head gasket blows out usually. But we did take more preventative measures to get this thing to keep a head gasket in it. The motor has FJ rods, Viterra pistons. It's bored out to 76 millimeter because of all the fuck ups. But zero deck height on the motor. It is like at its last step of machining. So yeah, but the head gasket, the dowels or something, you said?
All the alignment pins are removed because they actually got between the mating surface of the head and the block.
Yeah, the dowel pins are removed because they actually got in the way of the head actually sealing with the gasket.
And I don't know if that's because it's a Y7 block with a Y8 head or what. But
yeah, I have no idea, but I don't know. It's fun, and it hasn't really given us any issues the last couple times we've taken it out, so I don't know. We feel like getting it running today and seeing how it goes. Maybe Michael with his Civic and this thing can make a little race for you guys. That'd be cool. Same kind of setup. This one's just got a longer geared transmission and a camshaft. That's like really it, and it's heavier. This is a 4-door versus his is a 2-door, and yeah, it's got adjustable cam gear with the cam. We degreed it to whatever we thought was necessary. Just kind of tuned it by feel. Yeah. Just a cruiser. This thing's also got a vibrant muffler. It's got 3-inch exhaust all the way back with this vibrant muffler. It literally is like a factory style muffler, and it is extremely quiet and makes a shitload of power yet. And it's straight through design. So, yeah. Let's rip it. I threw a basic tune on this thing, kind of just base mapped it just like I showed you guys how to do on the last video for Michael's car. Pretty much same idea with a base map. Threw it on there, and this thing hasn't ran in a long time. We had to redo the whole tune. So I don't know, we're gonna see if it starts here. It's been sitting, the battery might still be dead, but I'm gonna try it. Ooh. do 240. You want me to do it, and then I'll turn it down right away.
Yeah, 300.
Ready? This thing's dead. You think your connections are?
And this battery's 4 years old.
Yeah.
And it was a used junkyard battery to begin with.
Alright. They seem like they're okay. Did you turn the battery charger off? What?
No.
No. She got. I know there's not a lot of spark happening there for how much amperage is going through that.
Battery might not be taking anything.
Just take it off completely and just hook the cables right to it.
Might have to go get a battery.
Happens when your car sits around for a while. Fucking bees. There's a lot of them.
Takes from the 85 again.
Alright, new battery in. Time for test 2. Just see if this thing fires up or not. I feel like it shouldn't need a charger if the battery's brand new. We'll try it. Oh yeah, that timing belt is nice and tight.
Probably got 5,000 miles on it.
Right? Oh, and this car has 330,000 miles on it. That is an accomplishment. Look at that! It's probably going to be a bitch with the E85 that's been sitting in there. It'll get there. The E85. There it goes. Can you see what the wideband's doing? Is it rich or something? Or lean? It's lean?
It's off and lean.
Lean? Alright, let me, I'll stab some fuel in it. Oh, just got the tune-up idling pretty good. So we got the car to the gas station and the tune seems really, really good already. The last time we had this car out last year, it would buck and jerk like a son of a gun. Yeah, I'm kind of just scaling the fuel map now, getting everything dialed in. Like I said, single cams do not like ignition timing. So I have this thing running like, I don't know, 8 degrees, 5 degrees at 20 pounds of boost, just for now, until we, get this thing running better. So we're going to throw some fresh fuel in it now and go do some pulls. Well, I thought Hunter Tuned could fix the bad injector, but I couldn't. We're going to swap out these fuel injectors here for some truck ones if we can make them fit, and see if the car runs any better with a different set of fuel injectors, because I feel like these injectors are the fat style, which kind of cruise and idle and whatnot like crap. So yeah, we're going to swap them out. Successfully installed LS truck injectors into this Honda Civic. We had to make some different bolts here, the studs that go into the manifold. These are the factory ones, so it's got a bigger thread on the bottom than it does on the top. So we just welded 2 bolts together on there and then tightened it all down. Used this on the bottom as a jam nut for a height adjustment. And we had to finick with some O-rings to get it to work, but they are in there and no leaks. So now we're going to compare the resistance between the old ones, because if these are like a high impedance or low impedance, it might need a different resistor or whatever. And then we have to wire the clips on, because these clips don't bolt on. And then, yeah, we're gonna rip it. Well, they're in and running great. I just threw another tune on from a set of 1000cc injectors, and this thing is like perfect. Literally like idle and very steady. So we're gonna go drive it around now and see if it bucks or how it cruises. Got the tune pretty dialed in. I'm gonna give her a little hit here and make sure everything's good. Pretty good.
It's doing all right.
I don't think it gets more steady than that, boys. LS truck injectors work great.
Actually, I shouldn't say that because I have cops say really nice.
Oh,
We have a second.
there we go.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I thought I lost second for a second.
Right?
Well, I lost second. You're second.
That's what you get with a sloppy shifter, boys. The tranny definitely needs a little something, or
I don't know if it's the bushing or what there.
I don't know. So just got finished tuning with Jacob, my friend Jacob's car, and we initially tuned it earlier today to get it running and everything, and dusted the cobwebs off of it. And now we realized that the injectors, as soon as the car warmed up, it would start bucking and jerking, and we've been fighting this problem for like 2 years. And I told him just to buy a set of fuel injectors for it, and he kind of just parked the car and never really messed with it. And today I just told him, like, hey, let's just throw some decapped LS truck injectors in there and see if it cleans up at all, or see if it runs any better. I'm gonna kind of give you guys a little overview of what I did to make the truck injectors run using Chrome here. Kind of just went into the advanced tables, and I used these injector battery offset numbers. So if you guys want to do this, you can use those offset numbers or whatever it is, the battery voltage deal, and those seem to run the car freaking like factory. And then obviously this map was kind of already set up for a 1000cc injector that I tuned a few weeks ago. That was pretty much perfect, besides I pulled 20% out. So that means that these injectors were flowing more fuel than what the thousands were. So if that tells you anything, I don't know why you'd buy another fuel injector. Jacob's car is running completely great. Like, I can't even explain how good that car runs. It literally cruises at any RPM, and it sits completely steady on the wideband. Wide open, it's mint. It's awesome. I did not think it would be this good to put a factory LS injector in after you decap it. So yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to buy injectors for a Honda ever again, because a lot of times you don't need more than 1000 cc's of fuel for a Honda street car. At least you can make 500 wheel pretty easily with a pretty, small injector, 1000 cc, whatever. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoy this little content of Jacob's car, and eventually we're going to be having a race between that red Civic that I did for Michael and then this car with Jacob and his sedan. So yeah, if you guys want more details on the setup or anything like that, just let me know. I can give it to you a little bit, but I've been extremely busy with people messaging me lately with the remote tuning thing that I started doing. So if you guys have remote tuning or need help tuning your car or whatever like that, you can PM me on Facebook or Snapchat or whatever. Thanks for the support, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.